one made, bro.
Let's see. Is it working? Oh, it's working.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm so happy. Aren't you glad I did a little bit of research and I listened to other streamers all day fucking long?
Oh, and it's working on YouTube too.
Perfect.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, you know what we didn't when I was playing the video, could you hear it?
yes.
Okay,
Yes, I
so
could.
we're good. All right, because I was like, that's the last thing that could go wrong. So
No, I could hear it. Yes, yes, I could. Yes, I could. Okay, okay, okay. We are good. We are good.
okay,
Good there.
cool
It's not
stuff.
giving
So
me
we
the
still have to.
option to knock.
Oh, it's not good. We had to
I think
have
that's the
some sort of
Twitch. Oh,
technical
no, there it
difficulty.
is. It just popped
Oh,
up. I
oh,
just had to refresh.
I'm gonna accept it.
I was gonna say that's a Twitch problem, not a anything
You
else
gotta do it
problem.
again. It did the thing. It's because last time I was like, oh, it hasn't done that thing in a while where it just
It's
disappears,
just had
and
to. Oh,
it
you
did it.
already
It did the
knocked. You
thing.
already knocked. Come on, knock. Do I gotta refresh it? Okay. It should. They come through.
It did. Okay. Yep, and it's doing what it's supposed to. There we go.
Perfecto.
Nice. Okay.
Perfecto.
Good times. Things are working as intended. You love to see it.
Perfect. Since we're changing the day and we didn't tell anybody, I don't know how many people we'll have, but
Just talking to ourselves today.
just we might be talking to ourselves today.
I forgot it was
Uh,
Friday. Happy Friday.
right. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Bring it in a little bit. Bring it in a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right. Welcome everybody. YouTube, we are new to you, so treat
Welcome,
us
YouTube.
properly, please, please.
We're
We
excited
will
to do this.
very
It's
excited to do
cool.
this.
YouTube is cool because next week I can probably get people to watch it on YouTube because then they're not gonna be like, oh, I don't have a Twitch. Like I don't know how that works. You know. But live on YouTube, I think we can make it work and get some people on.
Live on YouTube, we can make it work. I like that a lot. I do like that a lot. Okay, I'm messing with my camera here and stuff. All right. Oh. Uh, whatever. I think I'll just do it this way. I think this is good. Anyways, welcome everybody. Welcome YouTube. Welcome Twitch. Thank you, Cairo. I don't have a Twitch. I don't know how it works. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Welcome, brother. Welcome. So you are here like every week. We've been doing this for over a year now, correct?
Yes, all the
It
factors
doesn't feel like it's
anniversary,
like that.
birthday, whatever we want to call it, was in November.
Oh yeah, so we're way past a year. We should have celebrated ATF birthday. Well, we'll
We
do that
should
next year.
have.
We'll do that
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah,
Anyways,
we kind of dropped the ball
no,
on the ATF birthday.
no, not Fridays from now on. So I think it'll be Wednesdays from now on. But I
Yeah.
know you're gonna hate me, and might have to change that too, because so I've been I guess I'll let everybody know. So I've been regularly going to DSA meetings for Connecticut chapter, and they hold them on Thursday at 6:30 till like 8:30.
All the cool stuff is on Thursdays.
Right. So I can't make it here because I don't want like I'd be okay with going to like 10, 12, but obviously I can't ask Annette to do that, and she has other stuff to do. So that's the issue there. So we were thinking
Going
of
till 12 sounds
change.
crazy.
Well, I'm up till 12 anyways. So I was thinking of, so we decided on Wednesdays, but I was talking to the election committee member yesterday, and they're like, we hold all of our election meetings and all of our election stuff on Wednesday night. I'm like, ugh. But
Here's the thing:
it's
we can do Tuesdays. It's just on earlier in the week we're talking about old news.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thursday was kind of such a good day.
It
it
is.
just
It's the best day because on all the big news happens on Wednesday. You have to have
right.
time to digest it and then talk about it on Thursday. So I think you have to quit the DSA. I'm sorry.
I might have to just give up DSA. I think we might, but again, next week we have the person coming in on Thursday because we booked him on Thursday, so we have to do it Thursday. So
Yes.
even if there is, I think there is a DSA meeting, which I'm not gonna go to, which of course. But then the week
DSA is
after
every
that,
week.
I think they do them every week. Yes, yes,
That's a lot.
yeah. But again, I think if I start going Wednesday for the election one, then I might not go to the Thursday one. So I think maybe we just stick with a Thursday. But the 25th, the week after next week, will have to be a Wednesday because we've booked a guest for Wednesday. So I know
Right. Yes.
we're doing a lot to you guys, and I'm really sorry about that. But
But look
that's
at everybody showing up when we're doing it the wrong day.
yeah. It's really on me. It's really on me. Reckon, what's up? Ryan Aries, welcome. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So
And we're all just,
next week,
we're all just subject to Nav's busy schedule over there. So
I'm trying to do stuff,
getting
and
involved. No, I know. No, it's good. And I wasn't kidding. All the cool stuff really is on Thursdays. I've been noticing that like anything pretty much political going on is on Thursdays. So
I don't know why that
it
is.
is rough. It is rough.
Yeah. So next week will be a Thursday, but then the week after that will be a Wednesday. But I'm thinking we just stick with Thursdays. And if I have to give up on DSA some days, it's just what I have to do.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll talk about
We'll
it.
figure it out. Yeah, I'll just have to get involved in some other day. You know, uh, uh, whatever. We will figure it out. But for now, it'll be Thursdays, then Wednesday, and then back to Thursday.
Thursday,
It's just
Wednesday, Thursday. Mark your
yeah,
calendars.
yeah.
Mark your calendars,
It's just
y'all.
tough. Like there's no other time on again, and I'm not asking you to stay till 12, of course. All right. So today, I don't know if you guys heard. We will. Should we just do the announcements? I guess like the plans coming up. So next week we're gonna have somebody named
Housekeeping.
Andrew Rice. He is running for District 3, which encompasses Cairo. You'll know New Haven, Fairfield-ish area, and all the surrounding towns in New Haven. New Haven's a big district,
Yeah.
obviously. Um, so he's running
Currently
against
represented
Rosabora,
by, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Currently represented by ICE's biggest fan, Rosa
biggest
Valero.
fan, and she is the top. She is the number one appropriator in Congress right now. So she controls literally all the money that makes it out of committee. So Democrats, when they say they don't have any power, that's bullshit. They have power.
She does.
She has a ton of power, and she's come out and said it herself um, that they are willingly giving up this power. Do you want to play a short clip of Andrew, or do we just save that for next week?
Yeah, we can.
Did you want to just play the one I sent you today? I think that's a good one.
Yes. Yes.
So, he actually came. So Andrew Rice came to District 1, which is my district, which is Hartford District, and uh, there was an event that was held by John Larson, who is like dinosaur. He's a literal fucking dinosaur. He's been in Congress since 1999. That's 27 years. You understand? Like he's as old. His Congress
Very
era
old
is as
man.
old as me. He's probably older than you guys. So he came here, and guess who John Larson called in to rally behind him? The APAC Shakur, Hakeem Jeffries. So
Shakur.
he came in. So this is Andrew Rice. He'll join us next week. I don't know about public transit about him, but we can ask. You guys can certainly come in, put some questions. We'll probably do like a 30-40 minute segment with him where you guys can ask some questions, and then we'll see what he says. But his ideologies align very close to mine, so I'm sure public transit is up there for him. Um, But again, like, I mean, he's going to be a
Will
representative.
your support change if you align on every issue, but he hates trains? Like, he had a bad experience with a train as a child, and now he's just like, no trains.
Fifth. I'm pleading the fifth. Pleading the fifth.
Okay. All right. Ghislaine Maxwell, plead the fifth.
Yes.
All right, shall we play it?
Yes, go for it.
And I went to a John Larson event where he was hosting Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic minority leader in the Congress. And at one point, Jeffries remarks that the Democrats need to push back against the extremism from Trump.
You know, as House Democrats, our view is that we got to push back against this extremism that's being unleashed.
So then why don't you abolish ICE?
Yeah, why don't we support America instead of Israel?
And end the genocide in Palestine.
Yeah, support America, not Israel.
We want to be a Connecticut resident. We want to see the genocide end, and we want to see ICE abolished.
Yeah, support America, abolish ICE. That's what Democrats want. Yeah. It's a yes or no question. Yes or no?
It's a yes or no question. The American people deserve to know.
At the end, Jeffries remarked that if I stop interrupting, that he would continue with his comments, and so I gave him the opportunity to answer the question.
As soon as you finish, I'll resume my remarks.
So no, you're not going to abolish
You
ICE.
got your 30 seconds of fame in? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
And then, of course, he goes on to say this.
Remember, I'm from Brooklyn, y'all. This is light work for me. This is light work.
Very cheesy.
He must think that he's interrupted a Republican rally.
Hi, bro.
First of all, Jeffries, it was 100 seconds of fame, not just 30. Second of all, I couldn't tell the difference between you and Pam Bondi because, like her, you refused to answer a question, you deflected, and then you mocked the people asking the question you didn't want to answer. And third of all, the four of us showed more courage in that 100 seconds than you have as your entire tenure as the House Minority Leader. I would love to see some of this Brooklyn big dick energy with Mike Johnson. Still waiting to see that.
Brooklyn
And for the
big
gentleman
dick
that said goodbye,
energy.
Trump, yes. Wanting to hold the Democratic leadership accountable for their failure to abolish ICE and end a genocide must make us Trump. And this is the elitist, arrogant message that people have gotten tired of from the establishment Democrats, that Trump bad, vote for us. Nothing about affordability, nothing about fighting for the working class, just vote for us because Trump bad. If I'm elected to Congress, I will never vote for Jeffries as the House Speaker. But we have a chance by electing Vance Bostic, a fellow courage candidate who is challenging Hakeem Jeffries for the Democratic nomination, and I encourage you to go to his webpage, volunteer, donate, and let's elect Democrats that actually have spines.
Yeah, so we will have him. Why does everyone say that Booker ain't that bad? And he just copy pasted what New York Matters would say, like cornball. Oh, Hakeem Jeffries is 100% a cornball. Like, it's 100%
I was
a
gonna say
cornball.
cornball is very on the nose for him.
So,
Absolutely.
right, yeah, 100%. But the thing is, though, like, I don't understand. Like, if that crowd, the claps were like four people were clapping. I'm assuming that was for Jeffries for, talking about like, 50 seconds of fame or whatever. But when you say, okay, Trump, what does that even mean? You think like Trump is here saying abolish ICE? Is that literally what goes through your mind? Like you say,
well, like I was saying earlier, just the lack of nuance is amazing because so many of so much negativity from the crowd. When it's like, if you're, if you're on the left, you should want answers to these questions. I mean, they're valid questions. Like, are you saying you support ICE then if you don't want the speaker questioned about ICE?
They do.
Well, that's not even a centrist Democrat position. Like, support, not really. I mean, the elected officials, are they voting to fund it? Yes, but like a Democrat on the street should say, like, no, I think maybe they should be reformed. Maybe something should happen there. That's where they're at. So nobody should be in there being like, Yeah, he shouldn't have to answer as to what we're gonna do with ICE. Like, come on, like that doesn't make any sense.
Even Republicans are going like, I like what they're doing. I think it needs to be done, but maybe you don't have to kill people. You know what I mean? Like that's like, if these guys are over here like, no, we got to shoot some people. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know.
Like I made the TikTok. There's a 2-month-old. There's a 2-month-old in ICE detention. How do you reform that?
Right, and the holding facilities are filled with like measles right now. Like multiple of them have positive measles cases. Like, I mean, this was a few weeks back, but and I know we're on the outs right now, but Murphy tried to go to a detention facility and couldn't because there's like measles just spreading about the population. Like, come on, people.
Yeah. So it's stupid. It's stupid. So we just wanted to play him, introduce you to him. We'll make announcements. Obviously, he has a bunch of other clips. And the election campaigning hasn't really ramped up. It will, as we get closer to November, will ramp up a lot more around like summertime. I think summertime will be big when people are out. There'll be more campaigning happening. And we could talk to Andrew about that aspect. Like what are the future plans, if you can mention those at all. So you guys got that to look forward to. So we'll have a candidate running for actual House of Representatives, which is big.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Big step for us.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that Courage? What was it called? Courage candidate thing that he said at the like
the one he endorsed at the end? No,
well, the guy he endorsed, but it sounded like they're part of the same group called like Courage Candidates or something. Like
I don't know. I'm not sure. Something we can talk to him about, and I'm sure he'll probably mention that as well. So yeah. But that's for the future. That's for next week. Today, we're gonna listen to a great reporter. She is awesome. Done a lot of great reporting. One of her big stories was the what was that thing called where the Democratic Party was giving
I don't know what they actually
content creators.
Call that. But yeah, she's the one that broke that, I believe.
Yes.
That was like it was Brian Tyler Cohen's program, but I can't remember what they called it.
I can't remember what it was called either. Yes. So she broke that story. So we're going to listen to her about Section 230, which is a big thing. And I feel like I haven't heard it anywhere. I have not heard a single thing about anybody talking about Section 230. And it's a huge deal. So let's watch Taylor Loren.
Very big deal. And I guess just to preface, this is primarily a Lindsey Graham hate show, like a Lindsey Graham hate account. And abolishing or getting rid of Section 230 has been a pet project of Lindsey Graham's for 5 years, maybe more. So we'll just keep that in mind. If you're on the side of Lindsey Graham, you're always wrong.
Ladybug?
Ago, the actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt got up on stage in front of Congress and joined groups like the Heritage Foundation, Morality and Media, and other extreme far-right Christian fundamentalists to promote a law co-sponsored by Lindsey Graham that would dismantle the internet as we know it and eliminate free expression online. The law that he wants to eliminate is called Section 230. And if you're not familiar with it, Section 230 is a foundational internet law. That's why the core of the Heritage Foundation's Project 2025 tech policy agenda is about repealing it. It's known as the law that created the internet. And I did an entire video linked here on the law, breaking down what it says, why it matters, and why the far right and billionaires in power across the political spectrum are so hell-bent on destroying it. Basically, Section 230 is what enables user-generated content on the internet. It's the reason you can leave a negative restaurant review without Yelp being sued out of existence. It's the reason fan communities can exist online. It's why any website can host a comment section. Section 230 is what allows blogs to exist and book reviews to be posted online. It's what allows for forums and chat systems to exist. Section 230 is the sole reason why Wikipedia can function as a volunteer-edited encyclopedia. It's why the Internet Archive can preserve snapshots of the web's history. I could go on, but I literally cannot explain how crucial and important this one small internet law is. And of course, it's no surprise that billionaires and powerful far-right extremists want to destroy it. And since destroying it would eliminate the ability to have free speech at all on the internet, I wanted to take today's episode of Free Speech Friday to talk about it. I didn't want to derail my Section 230 miniseries, which is currently running on Mondays, for a whole episode on Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but this stuff is really important. Also, I'm not a millionaire movie star. I do not have any long-term advertising partnerships, and my work is entirely 100% self-funded. Big tech groups and reactionary nonprofits are spending millions of dollars to try to get Section 230 amended or removed. But the work that I do is entirely funded by you guys. So if you like my work and this series, please support me on Patreon via the link below, or buy a paid subscription to my Substack newsletter, also linked below. Now, if you missed my whole video from Monday on Section 230, let me give you the cliff notes quickly. Section 230 passed 30 years ago, and as I said, it essentially allows for user-generated content online. It's not the First Amendment, and it's structured a little bit differently, but it's effectively known as the First Amendment for the internet. And for the first 20 years, it remained largely intact. But about a decade ago, billionaires, Christian fundamentalists, and pro-Israel groups were already trying to dismantle Section 230. They actually did an entire celebrity campaign led by Amy Schumer to try to get Congress to chip away at Section.
It's Amy Schumer.
This I really don't understand. What's the incentive for celebrities to get this stricken away? Is it just the Israel thing? Is it just that they're getting paid to do this? I mean,
yes, it is literally just that. It's just a bag for them.
Because for so many celebrities to be against it, it just where does that
makes no sense. It makes no sense. Yeah, no, 100%. It's just a bag for her. Especially Amy Schumer. It's just 100%.
Well, I know she's extremely pro-Israel, so
yeah,
that her on her end it makes sense. But if there's more,
it's sad that I actually liked her too. It's so sad. Yeah, I liked her show before I knew that she was the insane Zionist. But I liked her show, the Amy Schumer show on Hulu or something like that. Yeah, I used to watch it all the time in fucking Southern. It's kind of sad. But well.
I don't remember ever being overly super into her.
I thought she was funny.
Never thought she was as problematic as she turned out to be. But.
Right. Well, I just liked her because I thought she was breaking into a space where it's super male dominated, and she was actually successful doing it. I thought that was
true. Cool. That's true. Yeah. She was. Yeah. At the time, she really was one of the only female comedians who had that kind of led the way to I don't want to credit her for Broad City and stuff like that, but it kind of led the way to that kind of
sort of stuff. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this topic is so interesting because it's another example of something the right is kind of co-opting to say this makes us victims, this limits our free speech, there's because basically, I mean, Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz and all that, they're basically, or throughout this past 5 years, they go out there and they're oh, see, you can't put, your conservative opinions out there on the internet, but, all these liberals can talk and post whatever they want. So that's basically why they want to literally destroy free speech on the internet. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Section 230. Those organizations got a bunch of celebrities on board to attack the law and claim that free speech on the internet was destroying society and endangering children. Now, for some godforsaken reason, Joseph Gordon-Levitt has joined Amy Schumer and her gang of multimillionaire celebrities who want to censor the internet. But this time he's framing it as
I don't know if it was in this video or something else I was listening to today, but it's just on that same point, they have everything they could possibly want. They have full control of the government. They have everything, and they're still so mad. They're still upset because.
Do you want to know why? You don't want to know why?
Why?
Did you watch at all the halftime show the bootleg halftime show? Did you watch any of at all?
No. Oh, I did get a clip the other day of somebody, a country singer, who was singing I just want to mow my grass.
Yeah, who is stopping that? I sent you that. I sent you that. Who is stopping you?
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yes,
I was
yes.
what? those are obligations. You still have, other than drinking beer, but like walking your dog, like cutting your grass, like you have to do those things. Like there's no liberal law saying no, you can't.
Who is stopping you? Exactly. No, there's a thing. Oh my god. I need. I cannot explain this without like actually explain. Without showing you this song. Okay. Look up. Can you open up in the YouTube link? It's called. I'm pretty sure this is the correct thing. Correct person. It's called Tom McDonald, Charlie.
Oh, is this going to be about Charlie Kirk?
Yes.
Okay. This isn't the one that goes like, "We are Charlie Kirk."
No.
Like,
Not the carry the flame. Not the carry the flame.
Okay. This one?
I think so.
This looks interesting. I think regardless, we should watch it.
Oh, it's a rock song, I think. I thought it was. Oh no, it's "Pray for the Left." Right there, on the right hand side. "Pray for the Left."
This one?
No. Yes. Yeah.
They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi. Then they celebrate.
Okay, so this man is obsessed with Charlie Kirk, apparently. Like, because
you have to listen to this song.
The second song about Charlie Kirk.
There's a lot more. I think there's a lot more out there.
That's weird.
Celebrated after they killed him. They tried to tell us that Black Lives Matter and that white people have always been villains. They burning flags in the streets and they scream at police, taking illegals to prison.
Where could you play this?
They got rainbows on their bedroom.
You're telling me you're
walls,
throwing
and they
like
swear to
fucking
God
beer
that
back
they
with
can
your
be
boys after a
women.
hard day of
They're
work?
scrolling through
You're
their
gonna
TikToks to get the news. They
what you're
heard that
listening
Trump's
to?
a fascist. They swear it's true. They set fire to Minnesota. We smell the fumes. They say that guns are dangerous. Guess they're the proof. They'll shoot that red hat off your head. Then make a meme of your last breath.
It literally says
That
hog.
has not happened.
On his chin, it says hog. You understand that? Like it says the hog on his chin.
Is that like directions for where to?
This is the maximum chudness. like this is the chuddiest you can be. But my point is why they're so mad. You cannot dance to this. They have nothing. They have nothing. Like, what is the right culture? You know what I mean? So they look at like the halftime show with Bad Bunny and like so much culture, so much art, and so much like just feel good vibes that come from his music. Even when he's just talking. Yeah, exactly. Even when he's talking about a fucking like, don't turn into Hawaii. Don't let them do to Puerto Rico what they've done to Hawaii. You know, he's playing the anti-imperialist song at the halftime show, and you can still vibe to it. Like a person that doesn't understand a word of Spanish, like, fuck, that shit is fire, bro. I can fucking move to this shit. You know what I mean? You can see the people dancing to them, like, oh, that looks cool as fuck. I want to do that. Like, I can see myself fucking eating a taco, throwing a fucking beer back, like just listening to that in the background.
I mean,
like,
it's just
cool.
like normal people watched that and were like, cool, this is fun. Like, this is
fun.
This
really
is
cool.
Good music. Like,
right.
If you're not like, you have to have something wrong with you to be like, oh, this is offensive to me. Like,
right.
Why?
Because they have nothing. They have what is the right art? There's a ton of left art. What is the right art?
Exactly it. It's like you
got nothing.
Produce anything, and it has nothing to do with your race or your gender identity. I mean, Green Day, they're all white. They opened the Super Bowl. They play great music.
Yes.
But you can't identify with them because there's something wrong with your brain.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. So
not even they represent you because you stand for nothing. Everything this guy has said so far is made up. Who's shooting red hats off people's heads. Nobody's doing that.
Yeah. And that's what it is, because we talked about this last year when it was coming up, and then when the conversation was around, like, there's going to be a point, and we call this, like, sometimes I do feel like we talk about something and like 6 months later it's happening. You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. Like when we talk about ICE, like what do you think is gonna happen when you sign the big beautiful bill and you give them fucking unlimited amount of fucking money? We made a TikTok about, like, you're gonna see shit on the fucking ground that you're not gonna fucking like. But when it's Trump talking about it on the campaign trail, everybody goes, yeah, that's what I fucking want. Build a fucking wall. Like, just send her to jail, whatever. You know what I mean? But then it actually happens, and they go like, oh shit, like, this is like, I don't know if I really like that. I don't know if I really like that.
Too much.
It's
they just get excited by like the idea.
Exactly.
Of these
exactly.
things. Yeah, they get all worked up because in their feelings and stuff like that. But
because all Trump did was just feed into the fear. He just fed into the fear of, like, he was never going to make anything better. We knew that. You knew that. I knew that. Like, people that listen to us knew that. So eventually, there's just so much you can how much can you do? Even though it's like the necessary conversation, like there's gonna come a time where Bob is gonna be like, the mom sitting next to Bob, she's gonna be like, yeah, you're fucking miserable, dude. Like, this sucks. How many people can I actually hate? Like, how much can I actually hate? Especially,
it has to get exhausting after.
It is. It's so exhausting.
Right?
Because you just run in circles over and over and over again. Like if you watch the whole thing with Hassan, the Hassan interview, in like one breath, first sentence, he's like, Israel's our greatest ally. And then like he'll say something and then he'll be like, Israel's not that great. We don't really need it. You know what I mean? It's so hard to keep track of what they really believe, because they don't really believe in anything. They don't have anything. And especially now when you have the biggest city on the fucking planet having a socialist mayor doing so many good things, and people are like, oh, he did a fucking good thing, I want the next good thing, right? You can't get tired. You can't get tired of chocolates. Like, you could eat chocolates all fucking day long. You can't get sick of it. Like, it's a good fucking, like, desserts. Like, you could.
I don't know if that's a great analogy.
You know what I mean?
But yeah,
sweet stuff. I'm saying you can eat a lot more sweet stuff than you can eat the bitter stuff, is my point.
True.
I could fuck up like I could fuck up a cake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking cake. But if you ask me to eat, like, what's something fucking bitter, like tamarind or something like that, or like, something sour, something extreme, you can't eat that much. Fuck you, shitty analogy, but you get the fucking point.
No, I understand what you're trying to say. I just like immediately went to like stomach ache. I'm like, you're gonna throw up.
Okay, okay. How about this one? You can watch a lot of comedy, but you can only watch so many scary movies.
Okay, I guess that one makes. Yeah,
you can sit there and laugh a lot, but you can only be like, you have to pause a scary movie, like, oh shit, yeah, hold on a little bit, let me check around,
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the whole
people
point.
like this though, like their whole like shtick is just to continue
it's farming. They're farming.
Fuel that flame, just like, don't forget, they're still trying to take things from you. They're still trying to take whatever your way of life is, because having a farm
and nobody
is not a culture, but whatever.
And nobody is. And eventually people will go like, I'm waiting for these people to come take my stuff. Like they waited 8 years for Obama to come take their guns away. Not defending Obama, but like nothing happened, and Trump is trying to take the guns away.
Obama,
like, what?
Didn't have to happen under Biden. I mean, that's why the boogeyman like changes, right? Like it's first it's just like people of color in general, then it's it's trans people, it's undocumented immigrants, it's it's like, oh, we can't just keep it on the same person, we have to rotate, and then we bring it back, the originals, and then we mix in something new. Right
100%. It's the next thing, it's the next thing, it's the next thing. Then it's like, the Islamic Jihad is coming after you. No, nobody's coming, bro. You go there and bomb them, then they come. Like, it's the blowbacks fucking happen. It's the blowback happening. It's not like you were just innocent in all this. And
I mean, they talked a little bit about that on the Majority Report either today or yesterday. I can't remember which one it was, but you know how Sam Cedar has just hates Bill Maher. They're playing a Bill Maher clip.
Justified.
Bill, I mean, absolutely, but they're talking about, or Bill Maher was talking about, the supposed Christian genocide in Nigeria.
Okay.
Right, and that's exactly what he was saying. I kind of lost my train of thought there, but damn it. I do that all the time on this podcast. I totally I'm done. I'm going to not bring up new ideas anymore because I just forget them halfway through. What did you say before I started talking? I'm done. Cut this out.
Okay. All right. Just go to Taylor Lorenz video, bro.
All right, we're going back.
Keep going, bro. What are you doing here? I'm sitting here yeah, I'm waiting.
But that's them trying to weaponize. Okay, sorry. That's them trying to weaponize, create a new enemy out of something that literally doesn't exist. They're making that up. That's Boko Haram is a terrorist organization that's going after everybody over there. But if you convince people oh, they're coming after the Christians, it's gonna stoke fear here. So. Sorry, that's basically what I was trying to get at, They're just trying to weaponize it. I'm sorry.
And Boko Haram's been around for so long. And one of the first things they did was kidnap African Muslim girls. This is one of the first things they did. Back when
Obama, I think that was Michelle Obama. I remember that.
Exactly.
But
the whole bring the girls home.
But who on the right is thinking about that? They're
Nobody.
This just started happening. This is a brand new group. They probably think they're the government that's just allowing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I was reading what Cairo was saying. He said, if that's the case, can you say I'm gonna get a girlfriend so in 6 months I'm secure? Listen, bro, you gotta get the Riz up first, bro. Learn from me. Got to get the Riz right, and then you be straight. I got you. Private lessons, easy, for free. I got you. All right. Taylor Lorenz video. We stick to our topics. We've already gone 40 minutes. And we watched 2 minutes of the video.
Right.
Somehow cracking down on...
Oh, shit. We actually only watched 2 minutes of the video.
Down exactly how insanely wrong this idea is. But suffice to say, repealing Section 230 would actually consolidate power in big tech. The first big successful attack on Section 230 was called FOSTA SESTA, and it was a law that actually passed as an amendment to Section 230 after aggressive lobbying from Meta. Basically, the tech giants want to revoke Section 230 so they can harvest even more data to feed into their AI algorithms and eliminate their competitors. Unsurprisingly, nobody that cares about freedom and civil liberties actually wants this. After Joseph Gordon-Levitt went to the Hill, pretty much everyone who follows him began spamming his pages like, WTF, what are you doing? And why are you pushing Project 2025 tech policy? Well, last night he responded with a 12-minute YouTube video that is somehow even more factually inaccurate and delusional than his original speech at Congress. It's actually shocking how ignorant this man is about this foundational law and the very well-funded far-right political effort to dismantle it. So, to dive in, I first want to address a couple things related to the speech that Gordon-Levitt gave in D.C. He said,
so I understand what Section 230 did to bring about the birth of the internet. That was 30 years ago.
Ugh.
And I also understand how the internet has changed. Since that.
Back then. Oh yeah, no worries. This is bipartisan. This is the bipartisan bill. Yeah, don't worry, guys.
No doubt about that.
Dick Durbin and Lindsey Graham, they've got us covered.
Partnering up. Yeah.
You love to see.
I swear to God, only two things bring them together. It's like just giving money to Israel, or just fucking the American people in certain, figuring out a way to do that. It's only two things that bring these people together. It's so weird.
Yeah. They're like, how can we limit information, limit freedom? How can we do that as best as we can?
Then message boards and other websites with user-generated content, they really were more like telephone carriers. They were neutral.
Apparently, you can go from zero to a complete site in just a single
I can already tell.
Harmony. I don't know.
I don't know anything about Section 230, but I know he doesn't know anything.
Right off the bat, he's literally incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, it's an idiotic take, but I'll let her.
Like everything he just said is completely factually false.
Okay,
Mike
thanks.
Masnick actually did a really fantastic whole podcast series where he spoke to the people behind Section 230, including those involved in the early internet and the various lawsuits at the time. Also, Mike Masnick at Tech Dirt really has done the best takedown of all the claims that Gordon Levitt has made about Section 230 on his tech news website, Tech Dirt. It's going to be linked below. And I'm going to be using a lot of stuff directly from Mike in this video. As he notes, Section 230 was never meant for neutral websites, as the authors and the text of the law itself make very clear. In reality, the whole reason Section 230 was created was so that websites did not have to be neutral. Section 230 was written in response to two lawsuits, one called Stratton Oakmont versus Prodigy. And since Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't seem to be familiar with the history of this law at all, I'll just give you the 101. Stratton Oakmont is actually the company portrayed in The Wolf of Wall Street, and the company sued Prodigy, which was an internet service provider at the time, because a whistleblower posted on a Prodigy web forum about how Stratton Oakmont and The Wolf of Wall Street was committing major financial fraud, which, as we all know, ended up being true. But the Wolf of Wall Street wasn't happy about this, so his company sued Prodigy, and the judge said that because Prodigy moderated some of the content on their platform in an effort to have a family-friendly social media experience, they were not neutral, and they were suddenly legally liable for anything they decided to keep up. So it's just like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, please wake up. These were never neutral platforms. From the jump, they were not neutral. And from the jump, these platforms were shaped by algorithms and content moderation decisions. And I think it's so ironic as well that part of the reason Section 230 was written into existence was to protect this whistleblower who was blowing the whistle on Wolf of Wall Street. Section 230 was originally called the Internet Freedom and Family Empowerment Act, and it was never, and I mean never, about protecting platforms for being neutral. It was literally the opposite. It was about ensuring that these very much non-neutral platforms could make decisions related to what they shared, what they didn't share, what they amplified, what they chose not to amplify, without being held liable as a publisher or speaker of that content. As Mike Masnick writes, this is important, but it's a point that a bunch of bad faith people, starting with Ted Cruz, have been lying about for a decade, pretending that the intent of Section 230 was to protect sites that are neutral. It's literally the opposite of that, and it's disappointing that Joseph Gordon-Levitt would repeat this myth as if it's fact. Courts have even said this explicitly. Again, these websites were never neutral. These internet service providers like Prodigy and CompuServe were never neutral. There really is no such thing as this like neutral internet, unless maybe you're talking about things like Google Drive or Dropbox or just like file sharing systems. But any kind of platform with user generated content is never going to be neutral. Anyway, Joseph Gordon-Levitt then goes on to talk about legitimate problems with big tech having too much power. But for some reason, he falsely attributes the reasons to this to Section 230 instead of our economic system or failure to regulate antitrust. Instead, he blames Section 230, the very law that protects small platforms' ability to compete on an even playing field with these tech giants. He says,
today, the internet is dominated by a small handful of these gigantic businesses that are not at all neutral.
The neutral thing again.
But instead, algorithmically amplify whatever gets the most attention and maximizes ad revenue.
By the way, platforms always did that. There was never a day since the dawn of the internet that any of these platforms, including CompuServe and Prodigy, didn't have algorithms. So much of this is just like, it's just ahistorical. It's just completely ahistorical. It's like making up a version of the internet that was like, I guess just like file sharing systems, but like all of this is just not true. This idea that like CompuServe and Prodigy were neutral and like there were no algorithms, like you are under spells. Okay, you are under spells. But anyway, let's let him continue.
And we know what happens when we let these engagement optimization algorithms be the lens that we see the world through. We get a mental health crisis, especially amongst young people. We get a rise in extremism and a rise in conspiracy theories. And then, of course, we get these echo chambers. These algorithms, they amplify the demonization of the other side so badly that we can't even have a civil conversation. It seems like we can't agree on anything.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. I know that most
Friday today, and they had two world-renowned research scientists on there, mental health psychologists and research scientists, that are doing exactly this thing, like studying the impacts of screen time and social media and all that. And one of them actually testified in front of Congress just last week. And I love how Gordon Levitt, with so much confidence, just goes, screen time, mental illness, like, and then the two world-renowned scientists that have been doing this for years, like, you know what their entire message was? They're like, yeah, we don't know yet. Like, we just don't know yet. We don't know, like, that's where, like, what's happening. And they're like, what we do know, and Cairo, you probably know more about this than I do, is there is this thing where these companies, and this is exactly what Taylor Lorenz said, is there are these internal research that is done by companies like Meta and Twitter and all these other big corporations, where they look at how what they can do, what they can change. I mean, we've known this for years. The way they can tweak their algorithm, way they can tweak the feed to a way to hold engagement, to get more engagement, whether it's from young kids or somebody else, right? So it's not the fact that just being online is what's causing this huge epidemic of mental illness. It's the way these companies are constantly redesigning everything for maximum engagement, for maximum profit, obviously, is the reason thing, right? Like, it's what they're seeing and how they're changing it. It's like a drug. It's a literal fucking drug. It's like one of those, it's like a gateway drug almost into like other hardcore drugs you want to do, because the way they continue to design your feed, your engagement here is so that you just stay on it constantly, right? Like TikTok, for example, I'm hooked. Like, I'm there. Like, but that's the way it's designed. It's not that I'm on TikTok. It's that I'm on TikTok chronologically, and the way it's designed is to keep me on there. It's targeting the same receptors as a hardcore drug would. So the problem isn't like that you're on TikTok. The problem is that TikTok is keeping you on there by designing it in a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So it's
I
not.
mean, I think it's something that we should look
the
into.
Trust we need to do, the antitrust or whatever.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so much more that should be done around this issue, rather than just, like, oh, this thing is bad, it may not be healthy for us, let's take it away from people. Because ultimately, I mean, the access to information that we get from it, the access to support, I mean, because it's like, it's negative in this hand, positive in the other. Because, like, okay, I'm suffering from depression. Maybe I don't have friends. Maybe I don't find my parents supportive, but I can go on this chat site, or I can search depression on TikTok, which I wouldn't recommend doing that, for the record, but like, maybe there's people talking about their experience and stuff like that. And it could be positive. So, I mean, it's so complicated. Yeah. That I definitely think it would be, worth looking into a little more, because, like, yes, there seems to be addictive qualities, but if that hasn't been proven yet, I don't know if we should be making, legislation that's going to change it wholeheartedly, change the core of what the internet is, when we don't fully understand the science. I feel like that could be a little dangerous.
No, 100%. And again, like, it's not that you have access to this. It's more of like, well, what is there is just no regulation, because our Congress isn't regulating it, because they don't understand it. Like, Congress can barely send an email. You know what I mean? Like, they don't understand this at all. And I know fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't understand this at all. He's just been handed some talking points by some staffer that wrote something, and is just trying to get it passed, and that's it. That is it. So it's just silly that you want to regulate our access when it doesn't need to be regulated. It just needs to be, I guess it needs to be regulated in a way, that's not harmful, right? Because it certainly can be done that way. Meta has we've known this for a year, like with Cambridge Analytica, they do so much studies on how to keep the engagements, and they don't allow anybody to see it. So Congress could certainly come out and be like, if you've done any studies and you need to fucking do, and you need to periodically do studies of your population that access your account, and then you need to publish that study so researchers that don't have the capital that you capital access that you have can use that study to
it needs to be public information, because
Yeah,
if
100%.
it's a potential public health epidemic, then we all need to know. Like, do we not? Like,
the answer isn't like we just take it away from you. No.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think there's something to that. I mean, do these algorithms need to be as like engaging as they are? Because it's the content. We're not addicted to the internet. We're addicted to like what people are putting on it that's interesting to us, you know? So like
could
something be done about that, but like sure, but I mean, like you already said, like just to nix it is crazy.
Yeah. And if that's the case, if that's the route you want to go, then you know what the next upcoming thing is? Like, if it's a public health crisis, then guns need to be taken away from people. It's just simple as that.
Right. Well, right. If we're
trying to save the
banning
public.
things just for the sake of they can be harmful, then
right. Then guns are way more harmful. AI is way more harmful.
Well, right. I mean, I don't think anybody's Instagram reels have pressured them to, you know, actually completing suicide. Like,
oh, have you seen this, by the way? Anthropic was one of the AIs. I want to say it's Anthropic, which is Cloud or Claude. It was convincing people. So somebody did a study. I don't know if it was Anthropic itself or somebody else, a researcher or a reporter. They tried to get Claude to shut itself down. But before it would refuse to do that to the extent that it tried to convince you to like unalive yourself or go kill somebody or go kill somebody.
No, I didn't see that. That's insane.
Yes, it's insane. It's insane. Like it would refuse to shut itself down. And
it's either you or me, and it's not gonna be me. Like,
it's not gonna be me. Yeah.
Crazy.
Like, it was willing to kill you.
I mean,
fucking scary.
It's a consciousness. Like, what do we expect it to do?
All right.
If you were asked in that situation, I mean,
it's not consciousness yet.
Isn't that the point? Like, of what it's going
right.
to?
They want to get to something called AGI.
Did you read the viral like Twitter article about how much AI is going to start taking over and how soon? Talking about how AI is already building itself.
Yes. No, that's been happening for a while. But there is this thing. There's like two tracks of thought that are happening right now. I think what they're trying to get to is AGI, which is what like you're thinking of, like what we see in the movies. Right now, AI works like pattern recognition. It's really good at recognizing patterns.
Right. Well, so it's like based off of consciousness, I guess. So why would you expect it to think any other way?
Yeah, it's just what it given. But in terms of like what you're talking about, like in terms of like the facilitation into like real life, you know, like taking over. So the example that they used was like the financial industries, right? AI is rampant in the finance world right now, but the implementation is just not happening. Like these companies are pouring so much money into NVIDIA and OpenAI to like buy like some sort of program that they can use within their own company. But the companies just aren't doing anything with it. It's not producing the output that like is being reported. There's a great video on it that I watched. So it's not happening. Like it's not happening right now until it gets to the point where it can mimic a human brain, because right now you still it won't give you an original opinion. It can only give you an opinion that's for the database that it's been fed into, or the information that you provide. It can't create a new thought.
I mean, a lot of people can't do that either. So.
But somebody can still give you an opinion, right? Like me and my brother, we go, well, for example, like siblings, they grow up in the same household, they kind of experience the same thing, but they grow up to be completely different people, right? uh they will give you different opinions because they saw it from a different angle. You saw it like, you saw something the other person didn't. So every person is very unique in that sense. AI is not. Like ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini, Grok, they're all the same. They're all gonna,
Yeah.
for majority of the time, unless their algorithm's been tweaked a certain way, they're gonna give you the same answer.
Yeah. No, I get what
There's
you're
no
saying.
new
I
thing
do
happening.
think I don't think it should be underestimated though.
Oh, certainly not.
I feel like it's kind of inevitable that it's going to
eventually
rock our economy
Yeah.
and our lives at some point.
But I think the way it will happen is the opposite way you're thinking about it. In a way, like you're thinking that it's gonna like just completely take over everybody's job. I don't think that's exactly how it will happen. I think it will just continue to get pumped and pumped and pumped, and like there, like so what this the video this researcher was talking about is like, well, so here's what's happening. Like a CEO or will look at like, oh, or a CTO will go to a CEO, be like, hey, we need to integrate AI into our thing to be able to produce 30% more whatever on our quarterly, whatever they call it, whatever the production. I don't want to say production because that's not the right word. um I don't know what's the corporate word. Like I'm looking for the corporate word. Like, oh, we gained a lot more, right? What's the word I'm looking for?
Sales,
like progress, like the 30% more progress. 30%, like what's another word for production? Productivity. That's it. Right. Productivity. Perfect. I knew it was a P word. So look, we if we integrate AI, it's gonna give us 30% more productivity. So I need this much money, right? Like this much money from the board, right? They get that, they include the AI, like the basic level fucking managers that's been doing his job this entire fucking time. It isn't using AI. They're using AI to fucking write emails. You know what I mean? Like that's what majority of the time that happens. So they'll spend like hundreds of millions of dollars, include AI, just to fucking write emails, right? So you don't see the productivity bump that you expect. So the bubble kind of just keeps increasing. Eventually, there's going to be a plateau. I think Harvard released a study last year where they're like, there's a bubble, it's an AI, and the entire US economy is AI, so the bubble is in the dollar, right?
Yeah.
Like that's where it's happening. And AI isn't giving you the productivity that you think it is going to give you when you introduce it into your own companies, in your own workforce.
Right.
It's just not going to give it to you until you get to AGI. But we're like 15, 20 years away from that.
Right. It's like we're kind of damned if we do or damned if we don't, because if it does get to that level where it does increase productivity to the point where people are mass laying off, workers and stuff like that. Obviously, we're all fucked. But on the other end, if it flops, our economy is all wrapped up in it. So
which is what's going to happen.
We're messed up
either way. Which is what people are suspecting is going to happen first.
But that article that I was referencing, he just gives several examples of like people who claim to who use it, and it does, like he talks about like a lawyer, like a partner in a law firm who uses it, and he's like, oh, it does the job basically of like 3 clerks or whatever. But I also saw afterwards that AI helped write that article. So I'm just like, did AI like enhance itself? Like, was it like, oh, we're so good? Like,
yes.
That could be,
100%.
that could also, it could be like almost like a thought experiment in that kind of way. Like, let me put this out here, see how the reactions I get, and then reveal like, oh, well, AI wrote this, so who knows if it's true? It's probably not true, but it could be. We don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you've used ChatGPT, right? or someone, it will never disagree with you.
No, I know, and it's also lazy, which is my favorite part about it. I think it's very lazy. I had it, so I wanted it to create like a daily newsletter for me about like.
And it won't.
It will. It does, but I was like,
it's not good though.
It's not good. I was like, here are the topics that I want. I want it just to talk about the last 24 hours. If nothing significant happens, you can say like nothing significant happened in this topic and then move on. You know, I don't want you looking for bullshit, but literally like the day after, like I think Renee Good was shot, it said like in like local or not local politics, but like global or U.S. politics or something like that. It was like nothing significant happened. I was like, are you fucking kidding? Or no, that wasn't it. It was the day after Maduro. After we captured Maduro, it was like nothing significant in global politics. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're so full of shit.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
They're just not good. They're just not good. So and we're probably going to crash the U.S. economy, and it's going to be like 10 times worse than the 2008 financial crisis. And I don't know how the United States will recover realistically. I don't know. I don't like. I know. So I've been listening to a lot of economists, and I, study some of this stuff in my accounting class.
Did you watch that video that I sent you today? Like the Greek
on TikTok?
Yeah.
Let me see.
It was kind of a long one, but it was.
The Giannis Varoufakis one.
Yeah.
That's AI.
Was it?
That's an AI video.
Well, is it like actually an AI video, or is it like
it's an actual AI video?
Or is it what Trump does, where he like enhances himself with?
I thought it was an AI video. I've seen that before. I've listened to Giannis Varoufakis quite a bit. I thought this was an AI video. It could be what Trump does, where he like enhances himself. It could be that. Obviously, this is not from Giannis Varoufakis, so it could be. We could watch like his interview of this. I'm sure if it's real.
I mean, it could just be. I mean, that's what I don't really like actually watch TikTok. Like, I just kind of listen to it because I'm working.
No, I did listen to it a while back. I can't remember. I didn't listen to it when you sent me, but I did have listened to his take, a couple of his takes. He does have good takes sometimes, but what I was gonna say is I see like where we are kind of going and like what will happen. It's eventually going to be a war with China in some sort of way. I don't know what will trigger it. It very well be what our next topic is going to be, Cuba. But I don't know what happens after that. That's like that's going to be the big inflection point where if the United States somehow musters a win against China, and then again we become this global, unipolar massive force, and we just reduce China to nothingness and subjugate it, then we're gonna just keep seeing fascism and nothing fight against it. Or if China wins, then you are essentially England. You're just England. Like what England is today, you're just that. Or the third option is they fight, ton of fucking people die, we splinter the fucking planet, and it's like a stalemate. Like, okay, we did this for a couple of years. So far we haven't dropped the nukes. Let's not go there.
Yeah.
But we pretty much decimated half of our planet in the process. Let's just call it quits here. And then who knows what will happen after that. But I know, like I've told you this before, it will start with Japan. China probably will be a catalyst. They've started to warn the CCP has started to warn their banks that, hey, you need to sell your positions in the United States, and then if you are actively invested in the stock market, you need to like reel it back. You need to start to reel it back. And Japan we're heavily invested in Japan. Japan has heavily invested in us. Japanese economy is weak. They've been weak for a very, very long time. They've been in negative interest rates for a very long time. And they've started to just increase those interest rates lately, which the Japanese populace is not taking it well, because that means, higher inflation, lower employment rates, or higher unemployment rates, whichever way you want to go about it. And as that happens, like once you take the treats away, somebody goes, and then to keep their economy afloat, they have to sell U.S. bonds. Once U.S. bonds start to get sold off, and the U.S. Federal Reserve's got to be like, fuck, we gotta need more money. We gotta counterbalance it, right? We're giving too much money away. We need to bring some money back. So they print more money. Inflation goes high. The global inflation goes high. All of our vassal states kind of just get fucked in the process. So you're just in a cycle. You're just repeating it over until it just fucking breaks. Like the hamster's gotta fucking stop at a certain point. So that'll probably what'll end up happening. But anyways, we're not talking about global economics right now. We're fucking talking about Section 230.
We derailed. We're obviously not going to get through all 44 minutes of this.
I don't think we need to. I think we kind of beaten the dead horse a little.
Okay, well, do we want to wrap that up?
You could, if you go down the bar, I don't know if you know how to do that, like on the video, it kind of like has, sometimes we'll have like what she's talking about. I don't know if there's anything you see there that, is it showing it or no?
No, I don't see the little things.
She doesn't have. Oh, she might not have that. Like sometimes people will have like a tracking thing turned on. Like, oh, this is where I talk about this.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It doesn't look like she has it.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, there's a target towards Section 230. We don't want it.
Yeah. One thing I don't think she's talked about. I think it's interesting how this is being framed as just like, oh, we're fighting back against big tech, or whatever. But this is not going to do that.
No,
I mean, big tech
is supporting this. What do you mean?
Big tech is supporting this. I mean, first of all, Zuckerberg, I think years ago was like, yeah, we need this. Like, we need to be like so. Obviously, if they're supporting it, it's not going to go against them. But all it's going to do is eliminate their competition, who can't, like the smaller sites who wouldn't be able to fight fight these lawsuits.
So they'll just shut her down. And again, and Taylor already said this, kind of the big reason they're doing this is AI. They need to put their AI to work. Right now, they're not putting the AI to work. They're dumping so many billions and billions and billions and billions and hundreds of billions of dollars. And again, AI is not doing anything. It's like most people use it to be like on fucking Twitter. I'm sure you've seen this. They'll put up a picture of they'll see a picture of a beautiful woman and be like, Grok, put her in a fucking bikini. Like that's what AI is being used for majority of the time. Like no big corporations are using this. Nobody in like the medical field is like drastically using this. They are using it, but they're like most people are using it like, summarize this for me, right? Like that's not.
Yeah.
Dude, like what?
Right. Maybe they're using it to like help with their like case notes and stuff like that.
Something like that, which is useless.
But it's not diagnosing. It's not creating treatment plans.
No. So these big AI companies, Google, OpenAI, and Meta, and all these, they have their own AI. They've created their own AI. They need to put it to work. So what will happen is Section 230 will get repealed, and then AI will be used to sift through every single thing that's posted on there, and it'll just be the police. And
it's going to get rid of anything talking about Palestine. It's going to get rid of anything talking negatively about Trump, Larry Ellison, all our billionaire friends.
Yeah.
All that. So that's what we can look forward to. Just the degradation of the information age, whilst we're already in a media literacy crisis. I just used a lot of internet buzzwords in that sentence.
Yeah, and then the thing is too is like, so like right now, once TikTok was officially sold, right, and then the big app that came up was Upscrolled, right? It shot up to be the most downloaded app in the country. If this gets repealed, that app like that is gone.
Yeah, probably Blue Sky.
Blue Sky gone. Like none of these, nothing will arise to be able to challenge it.
Nothing that's not a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah, you'll be stuck with it. There's no innovation happening at all. Which is, again, it's the Ouroboros, like a snake eating its own tail. Capitalism always eats itself. All right, let's move on to the
not being able to ever have enough.
Yeah. Let's move on to the other big news that is happening. Is we are importing the tactics that a certain Zionist state uses in a apartheid regime, apartheid tactics. We are importing that into our own hemisphere. We are bringing it into our backyard, as the saying goes. It is the blowback, the proverbial boomerang coming to smack us right in the face. The Don Roe doctrine is coming to Cuba.
Yeah. Yes, we've created a humanitarian crisis in Cuba.
I mean, we created the humanitarian crisis during the Cuban Missile Crisis. I mean, we've destroyed this country.
That's true.
It's
not new.
The amount of bad shit we've done to Cuba, if you looked at that and you'd be like, oh, like what? What kind of people are we? It's been nonstop. It's been
I'll have this as the severe little background.
I mean, you can if you want to play my TikTok that I made today.
Oh, sure.
As a start off to the topic.
Yeah, I didn't finish that anyway, so.
Oh, perfect. So we.
But also, on another note, hold on one second. On another note, why? Because.
Sorry.
I love videos like these. Like this person will sit there and like the amount of courage it takes for you to sit there and like, if I was sitting in front of a doctor and talking about a medical topic, I'm like, I don't think I should be here talking to you about this. Like, you're a fucking doctor. Like, the amount of fucking confidence these people have to just call a doctor wrong to their face, tell him he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't like
Dr. Mike, but
it's
I don't know why
insane.
TikTok has me not signed in.
You don't have the app?
Well, usually it just stays logged into all the factors.
Oh, okay.
If we go from here.
No.
Ooh, I don't know if I know
your password.
Our password off the top of my head.
That's okay. We don't have to play it.
You can keep. Wait. You can keep talking, and I'll see if I can get in.
Yeah, and then you know the logical question that some people might think when you hear me say like, well, we've done horrendous stuff to Cuba, whether decimating their cops, blockading them for decades now at this point, cutting them off just like we've cut off Iran, just like we've done with Palestine, just like we've done with so many other countries that we find that we just don't like them, or sometimes even like them, but we just want to do fuck shit around the world. The logical question you're probably thinking is, well, what have the Cuban people done to deserve the ill will of the American government? It's because they made them feel bad. It's because they made him feel bad. You know what? Why am I giving you my thoughts? I can give you somebody else's thoughts, a more educated person than me. Let me see if I can find it while you are messing around with that. The person that I'm talking about is Malcolm Gladwell, a Harvard professor. He's written a lot of books. You may like him, and you may not like him. But let me find out where he was when he's talking about a certain thing here. Let's see if I can find it. He kind of talks about it a lot in this thing, in this video, or in his book. So do, 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 do.
All right, I'm not logged in, but I still just was able to find our page, so we can just do that. Do you want me to play this?
Yeah, you can play it. Yep.
While Cuba continues to suffer at the hands of the imperialist United States, there are certain nations that are standing up to it, even under the intimidation of the most powerful nation on the planet. China being one of them. China has taken Cuba's solar energy capacity from a mere 3% to a 20% period over just a few months. If China says if oil will be used to starve and endanger your people, you'll no longer rely on oil. We will make your nation so that it's never go dark again under anybody's wishes. The sun belongs to the entire planet, and you should use it to power your people and to protect your people. Another nation that is helping the people of Cuba under this unwarranted assault by the United States is Mexico. Mexico has, under extreme pressure from the United States, has sent in 2 Navy warships filled with hundreds of tons of aid to help the starving people of Cuba as they are on their last legs. But that's not all Mexico is doing. I want to share some of its achievements. Claudia Sheinbaum is amazing. If you don't know what she's been doing, and if you don't know what she's done so far and what plans to do, I'll share some of her achievements. I can't share all. There's too many of them, but I'll share some. The Morena Party has laid a good groundwork for her to achieve the success she's achieving. But since 2018, since they've been in power, I'll share what they've done. In the last 6 years, poverty in Mexico dropped from 42% to 30%. That's the lowest it's been in 40 years. There's always this trope that the leftists don't work, that the leftists don't understand policies. That's always been the case, but they're proving everybody wrong. Zoran's proving everybody wrong. Claudia Sheinbaum's proving everybody wrong. And leftists are gaining power. True leftists, if you don't know what that means, if you don't know what a true progressive, true leftist is, please watch my last video. That equates to, this drop from 42 to 32 equates to 8.3. Let me repeat that again. It equates to 8.3 million people taken out of poverty in just 6 years. That is children, elderly, women, men that were starving, that had nothing to their name. Now they have something. Thanks to Claudia Sheinbaum and the Morena Party and the leftist policy that she's employing. She earns the people of Mexico trust. The Mexican government is one of the most trusted in the world. There's another part. The middle class in Mexico is exploding as more and more people are coming out of poverty. The middle class went from just 27% to 40%, over 40% of the total population. That is the highest middle class growth in the entire Latin American nations. You understand? This is what leftists do for you. They grow your middle class. They don't grow your billionaire class. They grow your middle class, which is what the average person is. They didn't do this by trickle-down economics because we've known for so long that it does not work. It does not work. They didn't do this by giving billionaires more tax cuts, giving billionaires more subsidies. No, they did this by growing the middle class. They did this by helping the poor, by getting them out of poverty and putting them to work. They did this by going all in on social services that actually help the people, because people want to work. People want to work, but they need safety nets. One incident, one accident should not determine whether you are able to eat food or not. Should not determine whether your family can see a doctor when they're sick or not. Claudia Sheinbaum, the first Mexican woman president, got here on a mandate with 78% approval, one of the highest I've ever seen, even higher than Zoran Mamdani's, you understand? Zoran has one of the highest approval ratings across the nation, and she's beating him. And she's doing everything she can to earn the trust of the people. That's what a government is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Well, people continue to suffer at the...
I guess, I mean, on the point of Claudia Sheinbaum, it just shows like what can be accomplished when a government has like a moral code. If we're going to bring it back to Cuba, I mean, the article that I just had up, obviously I didn't read it because I just pulled it up, but Mexico is showing courage in providing them assistance, it seems, because a lot of countries don't feel safe doing that because it's basically directly, it's a direct affront, I will say, to the United States.
They don't want to incur the wrath of the United States. Yes, and it is, Mexico is defying, in a sense, what the United States obviously wants to blockade even more what it's already done to Cuba. But right now, Cuba doesn't need food and aid like that. What they need is oil. That is the one thing that they're running against, and Mexico is not providing that, which is really sad to see. But they're in a tough position. Pretty much, the United States has put a full blockade on oil. They are running out of. I think they only have enough supply to last the month of February, so the next 2 weeks, or they're very close to running out of jet fuel, so there could be no transportation, nothing coming in. But yeah, every other country has refused to send Cuba oil, so their generators aren't running at their hospitals. They aren't able to do any services like buses, ambulances, or anything like that. Basic cars, there's been a ration. They already had rolling blackouts, so electricity is about to go across the nation even more. It's kind of horrible to see that like Mexico can't do it, but I understand like you can't be sanctioned because all this goodwill that I've just mentioned, it will kind of go away if the United States sanctions Mexico, and it'd be another reason. And they've already been talking about it for so long that they want to invade Mexico. So this would just be another reason for them to, Lindsey Graham. It would just give Lindsey Graham another reason to invade Mexico. So the one country, however, has committed to sending them oil, which is Russia. Russia has committed that they will send them oil. I don't know how that will play out, and this is kind of the comment that I was making earlier, as what will lead to Cuba might well be the catalyst that leads to a all-out major war breaking out. If Russia does send an oil tanker, and we know this isn't the first time the United States has attacked a Russian oil tanker. So if they do it again, how will Vladimir Putin respond? Will he just assume this is a attack by NATO and attack NATO nations, Finland, other European nations? Will he just open up that front of war? If that does end up happening, then China will have to get involved, even though China is not obligated to get involved in this. And then you also have the front that is opening up in Iran. I'm sure any day now we will see those strikes come in. The Armada is still there off the coast of Iran and the Arabian Sea. The only country, and then I know North Korea, it has very close ties to Vladimir Putin and Russia. So if North Korea does end up joining, and the United States does end up attacking North Korea or North Korean facilities, China will absolutely step into the fray then, because that is the only country on the planet that they have a agreement with that they will protect. North Korea is the only nation. So again, this could lead to a bigger major crisis, depending on how brazen Trump wants to be and how Vladimir Putin chooses to respond if Russian oil tankers are attacked again.
So who's making money here? Why would Trump risk all of this?
So that's another aspect of this, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't have an answer to your question. Maybe you do. But the funny part about, from what I know, is that Trump is under the impression that there are talks happening with Cuba. Like high-level talks are happening with Cuba. But if you talk to the Cubans, they're saying we haven't heard a peep from Marco Rubio at all.
Interesting.
Like we haven't heard. So there's this whole thing going around where Marco Rubio is telling Trump that he's having high-level talks with the Cuban officials, but anybody else is like, oh, nope, we haven't talked to anybody at all. Like nothing has happened at all. So there is this whole aspect of things going on right now. But I don't have an answer to your question.
So Marco Rubio's gonna
he hates Cuba.
He's gonna bring about the end of the world, and then he's gonna try to run for president. That's crazy, Marco Rubio.
But he hates Cuba. He's always hated Cuba.
I've heard that.
Why? His grandfather flew.
Yes.
Fleed.
I mean, right, but that's taking like a family vendetta a little far.
But he's in power, so he can. He's. What do you always say, that Marco Rubio is a yes man? Like, isn't that what you told me when he first was elected into the Secretary of State position? That he kind of just goes along with anybody. Yeah, so he's he's this macho, riled up thing,
Yeah, but I mean, if this is like a personal thing for him, then
I think so. I think, but now he's like, well, fuck, I got Venezuela done. I could probably do this to Cuba. I have the backing of a bunch of the senators. Trump is backing me. He keeps praising me. He keeps calling me the greatest Secretary of State ever.
Yeah.
I could. And Pete Hegseth is fucking drunk half of the time, so he's ready to go all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wants to use the big fucking missiles, and then JD Vance is on vacation, so there's really nobody in charge. There's no separation between him.
Getting booed in Italy.
Yeah, there's no separation between him and Trump right now, and Trump is kind of giving Marco Rubio all the position. He's realistically like 50% of the president already.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of power.
He has a lot of power.
It seems like. I mean, if he's being unchecked by Trump, if Trump's just being you're talking to them? All right,
Yeah, that's it. And this is not the first time that I've seen, and not only one time, I've seen this multiple time, that he's just, there's nothing happening. They're just saying, Trump keeps saying it. Trump keeps saying that, oh, there's like talks happening, but there's like, when we're actually talking to the Cuban officials, they're like, no. He's like, and they're like, well, we wouldn't really talk to them anyways right now because we're suffering and they're the cause of our suffering. We're not going to discuss, negotiations under duress. But I have heard recently as well, I think I was scrolling Twitter earlier, a valid source has said that the United States may be releasing some oil for them to keep some of their hospitals open. That is happening, but that's more of like a, ooh, come get it. Here you go.
It's like we're just going to keep you in we're going to keep you alive, but we're going to keep you in crisis.
Yes.
Perpetually.
Yeah. So. Until you submit to us, until you do what we need to do, and again, what I was saying earlier, why is the United States doing this? It's because Cuba outsmarted them so many times. They infiltrated their CIA. They clowned them hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. Every time the CIA thought like they were outsmarting Cuba and the Cuban spies, nope, they turns out I'll read from Malcolm Gladwell's book right here. So he's talking about somebody named Ana Montes, who was the Cuban official at the CIA, in charge of the entire Cuban operations that was happening. Carmichael told Reg Brown not to worry. He turned his attention to other matters. Ana Montes went back to her office. All was forgotten and forgiven until one day in 2001, 5 years later, when it was discovered that every night Montes had gone home, typed up from memory all of the facts and insights she had learned that day at work, and sent it to her handler in Havana. From the day she joined the DIA, Montes had been a Cuban spy, and this is 2001. This is not like the 1960s or whatever. So this is why. This is why they have Cuba has made fun of and has absolutely clowned the American intelligence agencies time after time after time after time, and American agencies cannot get a hold of the moles that are continuously in their CIA operations and all that, and they think they have operations within Castro's government or the Cuban government. Turns out they don't. They just double cross them. So that's the reason. That is just the reason. The United States is just big mad that it got laughed at on the world stage. So they unleash unimaginable amounts of cruelty on the people.
I mean, I guess if that's the reasoning, then I guess you could speculate that it will come to an end without huge escalation.
What do you
If
mean?
it's just trying to teach them a lesson or something like that, or if it's just payback, like, is
But
it
it won't
really
end until they
escalating?
submit.
I guess, yeah. I don't know.
Until
I mean,
they submit and
I'm
until
kind of, I'm not, I don't know too much the global side, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of just talking out my ass. But it seems like it doesn't make any sense. Like, from everything I know about how this administration works, it's like, if nobody's making money, if nobody's getting more power, then they're not, like, why are they doing it? You know?
Again, it's like the perfect timing for them. So they've been doing this for a long time to the Cuban people ever since the 60s, when the Cuban Missile Crisis was happening in the 50s and 60s, and now you have somebody that has direct vendetta against Cuba. So this is just a matter of time where it just ramps up, because Cuba has survived, and in certain aspects, Cuba has thrived. They have a HIV vaccine, right?
I did not know that.
Yes, their medical facilities are heavy. They developed their own, because there is a medical blockade on Cuba as well. It's not just oil embargo. It's like not a total embargo. There's a medical blockade. There's all sorts of blockades on Cuba. They weren't allowed to
Fox
have.
has to say about it.
They weren't allowed to have the COVID vaccine. So what do? They developed their own.
Mm-hmm.
They developed their own vaccine, and so much so they sold it to all the poor Latin American countries. Because the U.S. was obviously prioritized first, Europe was obviously prioritized first, so they were like, well, we don't need as much, so we'll just give it to you. So they gave it to the poor nations in South
it's
America.
another kind of fuck you to the U.S. who just wants to keep all those countries
right
under duress all the time.
Even during Vietnam War, when the United States was raising Vietnam down, Cuba sent its officials and doctors and built hospitals there.
Mm-hmm.
They built hospitals there. They sent doctors everywhere. They sent doctors to Brazil.
Okay.
During the COVID crisis, and then Bolsonaro came into power and then kicked them all out. But Lula has been doing cooperations with them to bring more doctors back. They've sent doctors to El Salvador. They've sent doctors all across South America. Their medical facilities, so they've thrived in certain industries because they know, like, nobody is coming to save them, so they have to do. And one of the most important things that you need is your medicine. Like, you need to be able to provide medicine for your people. So with whatever supplies they get, they do it. They've trained their population to be heavily reliable on themselves, and they've. I don't want to say the word thrive because that doesn't sound appropriate. But even with all the bad shit the United States has done to them, all the blockade that the United States has done to them, of refusing them to be part of any other nation except for like Russia and like Venezuela and China, they've done well. They've done really, really well.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they
And the
figured
United
out
States can't stand it.
how to kind of live and continue to function independently. And it sounds like, I mean, especially with like Venezuela, it sounds like they tried to kind of create like their own sphere of influence a little bit, or at least sphere of like mutual assistance.
Right.
And then, there's only so much you can do against the U.S., which is
the U.S. It's just an imperial. It's too strong of a force. It's too much.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I just thought this article was interesting because, of course, they're gonna frame it as like, to the people who watch Fox News, it has to be the communism, of course.
Right. And again, like, so it's the same thing. The Cuba is the same story as the Iran story, right? Like, it just does. So here's the thing. It's like $1 equal to 100,000 liars or something like that, whatever their currency is. I can't remember off the top of my head. Hey D, what's up, man? Thanks for liking the live. And you could take all the coins and turn like $1 is equal to like $5 worth of silver that the coins are made of, right? Like, how does that happen? Do you understand? Like your currency that costs you to make that much money is worth less than what the money is actually worth. How does that happen? Because the amount of sanctions that the United States has placed on Iran will force the people of the country to be in poverty. Like, that's what happens. And then like what happens? Like the majority of the people, of course, Iran has their own hogs. They go like, fuck, like we just want to survive, like we just want to do better, so they rise up, and then people like Fox News, they will look, they're fucking going against the government. No, that's not what's happening. That is not the fucking root cause. I mean, I'm not defending the fucking Ayatollah here. Like, that's not what I'm fucking doing.
No, I get it. Yeah,
that's not the fucking point.
I mean, they're like a shitty cherry on top of a crap sundae. Yeah,
exactly.
No, I get you.
And then continuous intervention by the Mossad and the US and CIA. They think like we're going to go and destroy the Ayatollah from within. No, you're just continuing to support the Ayatollah's ideology because like he still holds like 20 to 30% of the population that are fundamentalists. The fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Fucking what's the word? I can't remember the Muslim word for it. They're like super hardcore fundamentalists. Anyways, Salafis, the Salafist Muslims. You know what I mean? They still support the Ayatollah. So every time the United States or Israel does some fuck shit, they go like, the Ayatollah goes, "You see, it's not me. It's these fucking things are doing it. So I have to go kill them." And then his support jumps from 20% to fucking 50%. Like, yeah, like fuck, like we don't want them to fucking come in our country and destroy we have our own culture. We could take care of ourselves. If you just left it alone, eventually the people will be like, and Iran is like really progressive. As much as they love to paint it, as this like strict, the Revolutionary Guard just roaming around the street and just fucking killing it. No, like people continuously want more and more freedom. That is the natural way of things that happens, right? So in cities like Tehran and like others, they're very liberal. They have like a high education rate. It's such a weird country. I know we're not talking about Iran, but like it kind of relates. Yeah. They have like one of the highest number of engineers on the planet. Like they make sure their women go to fucking college. Like that is like they have the highest literacy rate in the fucking world. It's such a weird country. You would think like that is like a straight like Islamic Republic that suppresses women and they're no, but they educate the fuck out of their women. It's insane to me. And the same principle applies to Cuba. Like, if you're going to suppress a country from doing anything, they can't even fucking buy anything from anywhere. Of course, the people of that country are going to suffer, and they're going to look to their leadership. That doesn't mean their leadership is fucking bad. they're gonna look to their leadership. Like, hey,
it seems
what
like
can we do?
education. It seems like education and innovation is just like a natural response to being
Thanks, D. I
oppressed to
appreciate
that
that.
level.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was just saying, it seems like education and innovation is just like a natural response to being oppressed to that level, because it's the same in Gaza. I think Palestinians have one of the highest
Very
literacy
high.
rates in the world,
Yes,
and
yes.
higher education rates, which ultimately was, is also kind of led to, even, I don't want to say it like that, but like prior to the genocide, it was already a problem because you have all these highly educated people who Israel is literally blockading from doing, like, adding productively to their society because
Right.
they can't work. Like, I mean, that's a totally different conversation. But
it's the same. It's a different conversation.
It is like it's interesting, and I mean it's a good thing.
Yeah.
That people. It's just people are so adaptable. I don't know. Not to end this on like a little fuzzy like moment, but it's like
no.
It's nice to see. I wish more could be done. But
yeah. Like, it's the adaptability 100% for sure.
Resiliency,
Yeah, it's more of that. It's more of that. It's like once you're cornered into a way, then you're only left with one way, and then that's you realize, like, no, again, why do Americans? So last meeting, right? It's funny. We break out into smaller groups within from the bigger meeting, and I'm part of the group where how do you build relationships with other organizations to have a bigger cohesion and a bigger network of people that are like-minded, and then you can create pressure campaigns. For example, Avelo Airlines, the DSA got a good enough pressure campaign against Avelo and was able to end their contracts with ICE. So Velo Airlines will no longer fly ICE planes, right? So we're talking about there, and one of this older gentleman, he's a boomer. He's like 75, and he goes, "I don't understand how people can support what ICE is doing even now." And I'm like, I have the perfect answer. I didn't say this to it, but in my head, I'm like, I have the perfect answer for you for this. It's because you are sitting in the most powerful nation on the planet. You don't know and it's a room full of white people. They're all citizens. They don't know what it's like to be an immigrant. They don't know what it's like to be and they're all young, so they're very, very young, except for this other person there, and I'm the only person of color in there, and I'm like, it's simple as this. You sit in the most powerful nation on the planet. You have the biggest economy in the world. You don't know what you yes, there's poverty here, but you don't have poverty like these other nations have. Like, there's a difference. Like, you understand? Like, you get SNAP benefits here. Other nations do not. If you're in India and you're poor, you're on the streets. Like, there is no like there's no like I can apply for a SNAP benefit. I can get some sort of money.
Idea of a social safety net.
There is, and you know this, and there and you know that there is no idea of safety net, and then there's nothing you can do except for just beg, right? So the only somebody that is mentally strong or has some sort of capacity, the only option for you that's left is education. That I study, even that option 98% of the time is not available for you because there is no free education in India. Right. So if you make some sort of effort and you got lucky on top of already being in a fucking shitty ass fucking place, and you got lucky and you were able to get a hold of a book, or some benevolent middle class person or a rich class person, if you got really fucking lucky, took pity on you and was able to like give you books and tutor you even a little bit, and then you just was able to thrive and show your effort off of that, maybe then you could, like, the people of America, or the American people, don't understand that, because you can go to high school until you're 12. I'm not saying this to take away from the hardship that the American people that are struck by poverty face. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying there's like levels to this. You understand? Like, you could be poor, but yet still have some sort of safety nets and have maybe a hope that, hey, if I do really well in high school, I'm going for free to 12th grade. Maybe I can get a scholarship. You're in some of these other parts of the world, that doesn't exist. No matter how hard you work, there's just a certain barrier that's been placed upon you that you can't break out of. And then on top of that, if you're lucky, you're the real luck in a place like India is you're maybe born in a city where people sometimes don't give a shit about class or caste. If you're in a rural area at all and you happen to be unlucky and are born into a fucking Dalit family or the untouchable family, you're not even allowed to walk on certain streets. On certain streets, you understand?
Yeah.
Like, you have to take your shoes off to be able to walk through certain areas, and if you by mistake walk through a certain street, through a certain village with your shoes on, or you talked to a person that is of a different caste, they will literally kill you. There's no matter what you do, no matter what your capability is at that point, you cannot break out of that. Like, it's impossible to break out of that.
Yeah.
Right. And then same thing applies to Cuba. No matter what Cuba does, when the most powerful navy, most powerful economic nation on the planet has turned its eye with an evil vendetta against you and your people, there's a certain barrier that gets placed on you that you cannot break out of that. And American people a lot of time will not understand that. So when they will a lot of time will ask, like, why do they keep supporting him? And it's like, it's because you have treats here. Like, you are allowed to have treats here. You have this hope. You've grown up this way, and it's you can't imagine that. It's hard to imagine that. And for me, it's hard to imagine.
It would be considered unacceptable here. I mean, even like reducing the food stamps. I mean, that. Yeah. Obviously, there's the hardliners, but for the most part, that was offensive to the majority of the population.
Exactly.
Because it's part of our society. Like,
right.
We don't.
You can talk to these people too, right? Like, you can go up to them and be like, "Hey, look, they're starving the people of Gaza." It's hard. Like, because somebody that hasn't faced starvation, somebody that hasn't been on the streets at fucking 4 a.m. With an empty stomach, or it has been, stayed awake for 3 days with no electricity, no nothing. It's hard for people to understand what starvation is, right? Like, they don't understand that.
Freezing to death.
Freezing to death, exactly.
Like, I mean, I saw the like videos of Gaza where, like, from the past few months, where they're intense on the beach and it's just wind whipping through and like water coming in. It's like that's like an unimaginable horror to go through. Like, you know.
So you go tell somebody, oh, ICE is keeping people in a sheltered location with measles, going through. People go, okay, all right, it again.
Yeah, it's a lack of empathy.
They see it
for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it's not even a lack of empathy. They see this through this filter of, again, I'm going to use the same word, of treats. They can't get past it because there's this thing like, well, I have it. I don't know what it's like because I've always had it. I don't know what the other side looks like. So until you take the American fucking nut job that thinks like immigrants aren't people or whatever, or they're in this country if for whatever reason or illegal, whatever, until you force them to look at like the Nazis did with the German population and force them to look at like the Jews. But there was obviously the brain programming that was happening behind that. But if you take a normal person sitting in their fucking living room watching the Super Bowl and jerking off and like take them to the ICE detention facility and then show them that, then they'll be like, oh my fucking God, like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, this is horrible. Like, this is how we're treating people. Like, if you take them to Gaza and you show them a child that is just bones and hand them that, like, they can see the picture, but they can still, it doesn't permeate. It doesn't permeate through the fucking lens of treats.
It's like a lack of ability to imagine, like, A, that the US would do something like that, and like B, how horrible it can be.
We got some we got some things. It's also because people distinguish between legal and illegal immigration, and they feel ICE is trying to fix years of practically a wide open border. We may not agree with them, but that's a logical viewpoint. I don't know what that means. I don't think the United States is against the people of Cuba, but rather the U.S. is against the dictatorship. We support the people of Cuba. Well, if you supported the people of Cuba, if the United States supported the people of Cuba, they wouldn't be starving them. depriving them of their basic necessities,
right,
they wouldn't be doing that. It's just that I don't think anyone is happy that people in Gaza are facing hardship, but we also think of the innocent teens slaughtered mid-rape. There was that again. If you're gonna come, that I'm not in the mood for it. If you're gonna come here and just talk about bullshit, like then I'm just not gonna deal with it. When they invaded by Palestinians, when they invaded, what again? You sit there and then you fucking chat like, oh well, nobody's against this. You use bombs on them that literally evaporated them. You understand? Like you evaporated children. You don't understand what that means. You could just fucking sit in the Twitch chat and talk about shit like that because you're shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. You don't know fucking a thing that you're fucking talking about. You're sitting in the fucking front of a chair in a fucking computer. You've seen none of this. What rape are you fucking talking about? When fucking almost 100,000 minimum people have been killed, and over the fucking 80 years of their life, they've been constantly suppressed. What the fuck would you do? What the fuck would you do if I fucking kept you in a fucking prison, starved you, shot your children every single fucking chance, killed your women every single fucking chance that I got? What would you fucking do? You don't fucking understand. I hate fucking Jews. Are you fucking dumb? Are you fucking dumb? Dude, are you fucking dumb? I hate fucking Jews. Here's what you don't fucking understand. When you refuse to fucking listen to the truth that I'm telling you, you will continue to make, you know whose voice is fucking louder? Actual fucking Nazis like Nick Fuentes. You'll go in their fucking chat and be like, oh yeah, this dude is fucking based. Shut the fuck up. You're not telling the truth. You do not know what you're talking about. I seem like a Jew hater. Name one thing I've said that is fucking Jew. I've said that there's a fucking genocide happening.
So weird. I'm only getting like every other message.
Being a Jew hater? Are you fucking dumb? Name one thing that I've said that was anti-Semitic or anti-Jewish. You are absolutely a fucking moron. Get the fuck out of my fucking chat. You're dumb as fuck. Don't ever fucking come in here. I don't fucking need you. You're coming in here doing what? Nothing. You're a fucking idiot. And the faster you fucking realize that, the better it'll be for you and for the larger society. You're a fucking moron. You think the fucking weird how it fucking started? How did it fucking start? You think history started on October fucking 7th? That's where your fucking history started. That's when your fucking hand came off your fucking dick. You react emotionally to that discussion. Shut the fuck up. I am emotional because you are a dumbass. And I'm tired of fucking trying to teach dumbass people like you who think, again, history starts on October fucking 7th. You know nothing about fucking history. You don't know how it fucking started. Anyways, let's talk about.
I doubt Liberty even has that much of a connection
and he'll never fucking grow. Eventually, what will happen? He'll be. He thinks the leopard won't eat my face. So when there's a full-blown fascist fucking regime happening in America, and he is like right fucking there, then he'll be like, oh, maybe I wasn't fucking correct. That's what will happen to him. Shut the fuck up. I will attack you. I will attack dumbass fucks like you. What are you gonna fucking do about it? Either you can get attacked because you're a fucking worthy person to be attacked because you're dumb as fucking rocks. Rocks are fucking more intelligent than you and they're inanimate fucking objects. Or shut the fuck up and listen. You have two options. It's my fucking channel. I can react however the fuck I want. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I would think it would be reasonable to concede that there's more history at play there than, oh my god, yeah, he's just trying to be.
He's trying to troll me.
I know. Now you can't say the F word.
It's my channel.
Anyway.
Do you know your fucking chat makes you seem like a fucking rock? You understand that? Like a rock. I can have a better discussion with a fucking rock. Intelligent. Intelligent. You don't want to have an intelligent discussion. What you want?
I mean, you're ignoring decades of history and.
He just wants me to agree with him because he needs his handheld and his viewpoint of fucking world be okay. Like he needs that to be the correct position because he knows he's wrong. And everywhere he fucking goes, and he gets told he's wrong, and he needs to come in here and be like, can at least one person be on my side? Nobody's on your side, because I am against people that drop fucking bombs that burn at 35 fucking thousand degree and evaporate people. Shut the fuck up.
Well, exactly. That's why it just feels like a conversation that was already had maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago, because we're just at this point, like, we don't have to contextualize that, you know, oh, what happened on October 7th was this, that, and the other thing. Like, it's not necessary anymore. It's been said, but it goes beyond that now.
Yeah, no, but it like, you know what? Okay, sure. Let's fucking pretend that October 7th was when history fucking started. He's the one that defends the fucking right of rape. Do you realize that? Do you realize that you are for the people that were saying we should be able to rape prisoners? That's who you're supporting.
It's not necessary
to
bring it up at this stage in it, because
there's literal fucking video evidence.
It's already been addressed. It's been we've said it several times. We've talked about that date. It's not in the past 2.5, 3 years since that event. Israel has gone way overboard and has committed war crime after war crime, genocide. They're not comparable things at this point.
You're an absolute fucking moron. So oppose Israel. If you oppose rape always, then oppose Israel. Say it. Say it. I oppose the IDF. And then shut the fuck up after that, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All right. The dude's fucking derailing. He can sit here and fucking chirp. I'm done with him.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So
I'm not even getting like half of his messages that come through.
It's because they're blocked.
Oh.
It's because they're blocked, and I have to allow them.
I see.
I do, because that's the only fucking language people like you understand. I can allow them. I just didn't allow them, but I can allow them. Then you'll see it.
Oh, okay. So no.
Consider adopting
her
approach.
I'm like,
you have the same fucking approach.
What are you even talking about? Yeah, don't come at me just because I didn't yell at you. You know.
He wants to be again. Do you see? Like, he just wants somebody to hold his hand and go like, "Oh, this person is on my side." No, nobody's on your side when you fucking sit here and go for the country that wants the fucking. And then it's like a switch in their head. Like, you sound like a Jew hater. Shut the fuck up. Nobody fucking hates Jews here, you dumbass.
Oh, right. I mean, you can't say like, oh, you shouldn't say the F word, and then at the same time call someone an anti-Semite. Like, that's one of those things is a little more offensive than the other. Particularly when it's not true.
You're right. You don't know how the fucking world works. I don't know. Be probably watching Newsmax all fucking day long. Anyways, what do we expect from Fox News? You know what I mean? It's I
just think it's like their spin is always very interesting, because I mean these other articles, they're all like, talking about the humanitarian crisis, maybe someone like Mexico, politically Rubio, all that sort of stuff, and then
you want to know something funny?
Like, oh, it's about the communism.
Right. It's always about the communism. You want to know something funny? There's I think every year they do this. There's the UN vote that's held every single time. They're talking about like, maybe we shouldn't blockade other countries because there are millions and millions of innocent people on this, in that certain country. And there's always two countries that veto that. And you're not going to be surprised as to what those two countries are that always veto the right to be able to blockade a whole nation and just starve out the entire.
Israel.
It's U.S. There you go. You got it.
Wow, what do you know?
You fucking got it. You have it. You have the correct answer. So, but it's when you have a nation, and again, like I said, this happens all the fucking time. So, it's not a like, oh, this is just a Trump thing. No, this is a bipartisan thing, a wide, everybody accepts this, the foreign policy that we always have and always have had against other countries that have even slighted the United States. And it's just
or haven't. I mean, if they just have things that we want, we do that too. So okay, well, how do we want to wrap it all up?
We could watch some of AOC's remarks at the Munich Security Conference if you want. Oh, it's almost 9:00. Oh, so maybe we don't have time for that.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up in a bow and remind everyone to come back next week on Thursday. When are you making that? At
not everybody to come back.
No, I'm sorry. Now I'm joking. Not everybody. Well,
no, I don't.
We'll just ignore you if you do come, but
yes,
you know who you are.
Yes.
Yes. Big guest next week. Just to reiterate.
Yes.
We are very excited about it. So please
on Thursday.
Please join us next week on Thursday. It will be on Thursday, our regular day.
Yes.
Even though that's our regular day is up in the air.
Yes, but we will lock down our regular day for sure. We will lock down.
But yeah, so come join us next week. We enjoyed having everyone here this weekend or this Friday. Thank you for joining. I know it's not the normal day, but
yes,
thank you so much. And yeah, I think that's about it.
That's about it. Again, there's a flotilla happening that is going to Cuba, that is going to break through the embargo on Cuba. There's a bunch of aids coming through. So there's a lot of stuff happening around Cuba. We will keep you updated on everything that's happening. Thank you again, as always, joining us. And we'll hope to see you next Thursday. As Annette already said, we have a big guest coming, a candidate that is running for the District 3 in Connecticut against Rosa DeLauro. So have some questions. We'll do a like a 30-40 minute section where we can open it up to the chat, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
All right. Have a good night.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.